Welcome back to Crypto Market Updates. In today's video, I'm going to go over staking, yield farming, and liquidity pools. Please make sure to pay attention. These three terms are interchangeable or very confusing in any case. So make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, watch till the very end so you don't miss any of the details. Here we go. So like I said, they're very interchangeable. They're a bit tricky to understand, so I'll try to do my best to explain it in a way that makes sense to myself and hopefully to you. Blockchain Council posted a very good article detailing the differences between those three, so I'm going to use that article to explain in combination with a very rudimentary drawing pad that I hope to use to show you a little bit of how things work. So staking, yield farming, and liquidity mining, these three terms, they basically derive from one another. Think of like staking as the main thing that we do when we try to make some extra coin from crypto mining. From cryptocurrencies that are dormantly sitting in your accounts. Yield farming is kind of the smaller branch, and liquidity mining is even smaller. So I guess you could put it into, if you were going to put it into a pyramid scheme, you would have a liquidity mining on top at the smaller center. There you go. There's my rudimentary. So this could be liquidity farming right here. This would be yield mining, and then staking would be the main branch of it. Liquidity farming, yield farming, liquidity providing, and then staking right here. Yeah, right. That would be it. Liquidity mining. Sorry. Here is just quick rundown of the main points, the differences between these two. So risk profile. Safest option. Staking is the safest. It involves holding digital assets in a wallet. Yield farming is a bit more risky and involves moving assets between liquidity pools or providing liquidity to them. And then liquidity mining is riskier even than yield farming. It involves providing liquidity to a specific cryptocurrency to increase its liquidity, which means that if you're in that one particular pool, then you're stuck with it, and that's why it's riskier. There's a thing called impermanent loss, which I'll explain in a little bit. The reward profile offers for staking offers lower returns compared to yield farming and liquidity mining. Yield farming offers higher returns than staking by moving cryptocurrencies between liquidity pools, and liquidity mining offers. Let me just close my cacao. And liquidity mining offers the highest return by providing liquidity to specific cryptocurrencies. Obviously, high stake to return ratio. That's usually how it goes with most investments. Requirements for staking requires holding a certain amount of cryptocurrency in compatible wallet. And a compatible. For staking, the requirements are you need to have the cryptocurrency and a compatible wallet to hold your cryptocurrency in. Yield farming requires having some cryptocurrency to lend or borrow and a compatible DeFi platform. And then liquidity mining requires providing liquidity to a DEX and having compatible tokens. For the liquidity in staking, tokens are not being used for liquidity provision, so there is no impact on the market's liquidity. And in yield farming, tokens are used to provide liquidity to decentralized exchanges, which can impact the market's liquidity, which actually means that you are helping the overall market, you're helping support the coin, but at a higher risk. And then liquidity mining, tokens are also used to provide liquidity to decentralized exchanges, which can impact the market's liquidity, which is very similar to yield farming. Yield farming and liquidity mining are extremely interchangeable and oftentimes confusing to see the difference. I guess the main difference would be over here. Yield farming if you are involved in yield farming, you'd be able to swap your tokens around between different pools, liquidity pools, in order to collect gains, while liquidity mining, you would be stuck with one particular one. And then time frame for staking: long-term investment, since cryptocurrency is locked up for a specific period. Yield farming can be short-term investments, since users can provide liquidity or borrow for a shorter period. And then liquidity mining can also be short-term investment, since user can provide liquidity for shorter periods of time. So let's go into the actual explanations of how that works. Staking involves holding a cryptocurrency asset in a designated wallet for a specific period to earn rewards in the form of more of the same cryptocurrency or other assets. If you have been following me, I made a video a while ago, which you can find right here, how to stake with Binance. You can check that video out on the channel. Staking with Binance, I provide a tutorial on how to stake your cryptocurrency in Binance. So go ahead and go check that out. Yield farming is a process where users lock up their cryptocurrency assets in smart contracts called liquidity pools to earn rewards in the form of interest, governance tokens, or other rewards. And liquidity mining is the process of providing liquidity to a decentralized exchange or other liquidity pool to earn rewards in the form of additional cryptocurrency or governance tokens. The main difference between staking and yield farming liquidity mining is that staking is focused on earning rewards for holding and validating transactions on a blockchain network, while yield farming and liquidity mining are focused on providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges and liquidity pools to earn rewards. Risks are obviously higher. It is essential to research and understand the risks associated with each activity before participating in DeFi. So don't just go and jumping into all of that stuff, because it can be risky, and it also is a learning curve. It takes some time to figure out how to set up a liquidity pool, how to swap your tokens, because that's also involved. And so it's something that needs to be researched first before you jump head first into the area. Staking is the most comprehensive among staking versus yield farming versus liquidity pools. However, unlike yield farming and liquidity pools, it consists of numerous non-crypto definitions. Staking is the process of holding a certain amount of cryptocurrency in a wallet or exchange account and then using that balance to support the network. This can be done in a few different ways depending on the specific cryptocurrencies. Staking has become okay. So here's how staking works. You have a cryptocurrency of your choice. For example, I don't know, let's call it crypto, ADA. And then you can lend it out. It is recommended to hold your crypto on a hard wallet. You can now stake. Ledger, for example, supports staking on different exchanges and through different DeFi protocols while holding your crypto on the ledger, so you don't actually have to have it on an exchange. For me personally, I have been staking with Binance for a very long time, and it's convenient, it's comfortable, but I guess it lacks a little bit in security. So in any case, you have your token and you lend it out to the DeFi protocol, the DeFi protocol. And your token is usually locked up. Your token or coin, because it could be Bitcoin, you can stake Bitcoin as well. It is locked up anywhere from 15, I think, or maybe even 7 days, up to 120 days in certain contracts, and you're not able to withdraw your crypto for that duration of time, and this will be given out to you at a certain percentage. So I think on ADA, for the most part, it's about like 4.3% APY APY. Sorry about this. This is, like I said, it's a very rudimentary sketchbook. I'm using a mouse. I don't have a pen. I need to buy a little tablet and use a pen. But in any case, so that's staking. Stake. All right. So you can take your token, put it into a contract between 7 to 120 days. It's usually 7, 15, 30, 60, 90, 120 days. That's how it usually goes. And then you're stuck with that. And you can't remove your tokens during that period of time. And you will get a reward of 4.3. Binance has, you have to check the percentage return that is given to every token. ADA has on average 4 in a little bit, and they're different. Luna Classic, for example, offers 15% returns, and other tokens offer different kinds of returns. If Binance lists new tokens, sometimes the tokens have very high returns, like 40%, 50% returns, annual returns, and so it's definitely worth it. But obviously you need to hold the token or coin in order to participate in these staking activities. How exactly does staking work? Staking can be done in a variety of ways depending on specific cryptocurrencies you're staking. For example, some cryptocurrencies use a proof of stake consensus mechanism, which requires validators to stake a certain amount of cryptocurrency in order to participate in the network and validate transactions. This is what Ethereum does, and that's what ADA does now as well, or vice versa. Ethereum does now as well, and ADA has been doing. Other cryptocurrencies use a delegated proof of stake mechanism, which allows users to vote for delegates who will validate transactions on their behalf. Let's have a look at some. ADA. So ADA uses POS consensus mechanism. In order to participate in the network as a validator, you must stake a certain amount of ADA. The more ADA you stake, the higher your chances of being selected to validate transactions and earn rewards. Validators are chosen randomly, but those with larger stakes have a better chance of being selected. Validators are chosen by contract. So let's say you have 10 validators, and maybe 1 or 2 validators have more ADA staked, which means that the transactions will be performed much faster through them, and so they may be the ones who will receive more of the traffic going through the ADA network, through the Cardano network. But of course, these may get bogged down as well. So then the transactions would be delegated to sent through the other validators, who will receive rewards based on how much ADA there is in their contracts under validation, and so that will be the distribution. So if you are confused by the whole delegate and staking, so let's say you go into Binance and you stake your coins with Binance. Binance will be the validator for that particular coin. So if you're staking your ADA with Binance, and there is like 100,000 people staking ADA with Binance, Binance becomes one of the biggest validators, and we, the people, become the delegators who delegate their Cardano tokens to Binance, if that makes sense. And so Binance provides support for the Cardano network by providing a massive amount of Cardano, with the support of the stakers, with the support of the people who place their crypto into the validator pool by staking their coins, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Staking can be used to support various encryption and DeFi protocols in various ways. The benefits of staking. What's the benefit? What's the purpose of staking? So the first one, the main one, is you earn passive income, obviously, based depending on the percentage that is given out. And it increases network security. The more of a particular crypto that is staked, the better the security. This makes it more difficult for bad actors to disrupt the network's consensus mechanism. This increased security helps to prevent potential attacks and hacks on the network, making it safer and more reliable investment options. Low energy consumption. If there is one computer running and validating rather than, let's say, the 100,000 people doing it individually, so that drops the power consumption. There's more liquidity in the pool, and so the validators are able to provide higher returns as a result. Some risk of staking. While staking can offer many benefits, it's important to understand potential risks involved. The risks involved in this are only in the form that when you stake, you're not able to withdraw your funds at any given random time. You have to lock them up for a certain duration of time, and you're stuck with it. So if the price of that particular asset drops during that time, then you're stuck with the drop. And but I mean, if you are just hodling your bags, your crypto, then it's all good. If you are an active trader, then obviously staking might not be for you. There are some other risks, technical issues, regulatory risks, liquidity risks, all of which entail having to deal with the SEC, for example. Alrighty, moving on to yield farming. Yield farming. What is yield farming? Yield farming is by far the most popular method of profiting from crypto assets. Investors can earn a passive income by storing their crypto in a liquidity pool. These liquidity pools are like centralized finance or the CFI counterpart to your bank, you deposit your funds to the bank that the bank utilizes to credit loans to others, paying you a fixed proportion of the interest gained. At its core, yield farming is a method of earning interest on your cryptocurrency holdings by lending them out or staking them in decentralized finance protocols. These protocols offer various incentives, such as governance tokens, to incentivize users to lock up their assets and provide liquidity to the platform. Yield farming is a more recent concept. Crypto assets are stored into a smart contract-based liquidity pool like ETHUSD by investors known as yield farmers, and the practice is known as yield farming. The locked assets are then made available to other protocol users. These tokens can be borrowed for margin trading by users of the lending platform. So if you noticed, it's yield farming and liquidity pools are kind of interchangeable here. AMM support. Liquidity providers post two tokens, token A and token B, before I get to that. So let's have a look at yield farming. So yield farming works in a fashion where you have your token, you let's say, I don't know, I guess let's go with ADA, yeah, because ADA is the best. You provide that to a yield farming protocol contract. Here it's send, who in turn may provide you with an LP, liquidity pool token, in some cases, possibly, sometimes not, which in turn, and then instead of having your ADA locked up for 7 to 120 days, you can your ADA is now in the form of LPs, which you can then use to lock up or put into another pool for more yields. In the meantime, the staked or the farmed ADA is maybe lent out to several different protocols in order to create income for the holder here, who then in turn sends you a percentage of the yields, and this could be based on the returns that they receive from these investments here. And the liquidity pool tokens that are given to you as the token provider, as a staker, you can use those to either make decisions on how the network, let's call it the network, on how the network uses these staked tokens. So for example, if Binance decided, hey, I want to lend these tokens out to a bank, well, let's put that to a vote, and then there's a vote, and you can use your LP tokens to cast a vote, and so will the 100,000 other people who have staked ADA with Binance, for example. Yield farming here, just so this is clear. I hope this is visible. So the liquidity pool tokens can be used to cast votes on what is to be done with the staked tokens, and then based on the amount of, whether the suggestion passes or not, the community decides. The community is basically one who votes on what the validator can do with the tokens that are being lent out to them. So if you stake a lot of ADA with the liquidity pool, or with the farm, then you will have a higher vote. You will have more LP tokens, and then your vote will be you'll be more likely to sway the vote in the direction of where you want it to go. So the amount of liquidity tokens and your power of voting will depend on how much of that particular asset you are staking or you're delegating to that liquidity pool. And so the liquidity pool is it's a term for this sucker here, liquidity pool. This is the liquidity pool that's provided by all the people sending their crypto into this validator liquidity pool. I hope that makes sense. So one more time here, staking is just putting your crypto into a locked term for a return in percentage, and percentage return, and the validator then uses that to provide liquidity to the asset that is being staked. In a yield farming, you provide the asset to a liquidity pool, and that validator uses that asset to lend out to other projects and to collect gains on that, which are then redistributed to the person staking, to the individual staking. In return, the stakers received liquidity pool tokens, which they can use for other projects, and they can use for voting rights. This is done with Luna Classic. Luna Classic is one of the protocols that does it right now. People who are staking their Luna Classic on the Terra platform receive rights to vote, and that's how it goes. So how exactly does yield farming work? To get started with yield farming, an investor would first need to acquire a cryptocurrency asset that is compatible with the DeFi protocols such as Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. Once they have acquired the asset, they would then need to deposit it into the DeFi protocol, such as a liquidity pool. Liquidity pools are pools of cryptocurrency assets that are locked in smart contracts and used to facilitate transactions on DeFi platform. When a user deposits assets into a liquidity pool, they receive liquidity pool tokens. In return, these tokens represent the user's share of the pool and can be used to redeem their share of assets in the pool. After depositing the assets into a liquidity pool, yield farmers can then start earning additional cryptocurrency by providing liquidity to the pool. This is done by using their liquidity pool tokens to participate in various DeFi activities such as lending, borrowing, or trading. Benefits to yield farming. Yield farming, also known as liquidity farming, has become one of the high returns. Some places offer as high as 400,000, although that is very I'd be very careful about that. I don't know if you're familiar with Panther Swap. I got involved into Panther Swap, a project that looked very cool. It came out in 2021, I guess, sometime. right after the blockbuster movie Black Panther. So there was a lot of hype about Panther, Wakanda forever and all that stuff. And it was just, it was actually a very good pool, and I used it to stake some Panther through the Trust wallet, and it was great. I was making some profits. I think I used ADA or no, I think BNB. In any case, it was a very good project, and the platform was set up very well. There was a lot of liquidity pools, and everything was running great until it stopped, until all the liquidity got rug pulled, and people were losing money left and right. Luckily, I got out in time. I don't think I incurred a lot of losses. I swapped my takeouts into ADA, thank goodness. And right now, this is the state of PantherSwap.com, which I never understood. CoinMarketCap also doesn't have it listed because there's no activity on it. I never understood because it looked like a legit platform. It was solid. It had liquidity pools. It was very well made. Obviously, it was. I guess it was a copy of PancakeSwap, but everything else was in place and it was working great. The second version came out, so I have no idea what happened, but somebody, whoever collected enough money, just said, screw it, I'm good, and they made a runner, and PantherSwap disappeared. So the 400% yield that you may received through these liquidity pools and the DeFi protocols that offer these returns, be very, very cautious. You're able to make returns within the first couple of months, 2-3 months maybe, but you need to be vigilant and keep an eye on that, and take your gains and run, because chances are that the rug pull will happen instantaneously without warning, and you will lose everything. Liquidity mining. What is the difference between liquidity mining? Liquidity mining is widely regarded as one of the most critical aspects of DeFi success and an effective mechanism for bootstrapping liquidity. Just as yield farming is a subset of staking, liquidity mining is a subset of yield farming. The primary difference is that liquidity providers are compensated with the platform's own coin in addition to fee revenue. At its core, liquidity mining is a process that incentivizes users to provide liquidity to a decentralized exchange by offering rewards in the form of tokens. In other words, liquidity mining is a way for users to earn passive income by contributing to the liquidity pool of a DEX. Liquidity mining has become... How exactly does it work? Suppose there is a DeFi protocol that allows users to trade between two tokens, token A and token B. To enable trading, the protocol requires liquidity in the form of both tokens. LPs can provide liquidity by depositing equal amounts of token A and token B in the pool. So this is how yield farming and liquidity mining interlock arms. So here is liquidity mining. So let's say you took ADA. In my case, this was BNB for the Panther swap. So let's say you stake your ADA and you receive your LP tokens. Okay, your ADA now is in the validator. They can do with your ADA whatever they please, and you receive some funds back for that. In decentralized exchanges, you receive your LP tokens, and these LP tokens can then be used to split into two, basically. So let's say let's say PancakeSwap, I guess, PS. There's PancakeSwap, PancakeSwap tokens and ADA tokens. Yeah, so you're gonna stake PS and ADA. So these LP tokens will be paired up into a pen would be great. PS and ADA pair, and for this you will provide your liquidity for this pair, and you will be rewarded with PS tokens as a result. And this has to be a 50 provision. So basically, if you have your ADA, you will need to either swap that ADA 50% or enough of it to get an equal amount of PS tokens as you have ADA in order to receive the benefits in the PS. And again, there will be a percentage return. Let's say that PS is a brand new exchange, and they do offer the 400%, as mentioned in the article, per 400% return. So you would be receiving 400% annual yield of PS. At the end of it, you could sell that pair. You could swap your pair back into the LP token, liquidity pool tokens, which you can then swap back into your ADA tokens, and you would come up with your ADA tokens, the initial one investment, obviously, provided that there is no hiccups. So you would get your initial ADA, and then you would also get the newly acquired PS token in your wallet account. That would be liquidity mining. But so the LP token is the token that allows you to invest it into different projects. If you go into liquidity mining, then you would be putting all that liquidity token into, I mean, you don't have to, you could use part of it into PSA. The decentralized exchange would probably have different pairs. There could be a PSA, I guess this would be like ALP, liquidity pool token. And maybe there would be, let's say, there would be a Panther as well. That's also Panther swap, Pancake swap, Panther swap. Maybe that's why they chose it. PV, okay, let's say PV, ALP, and in this case, you would be rewarded in the PV token. And maybe the PV token warrants, let's say, like, I don't know, 35%, because it's not as popular and it's not the native token to that platform. And so in the end, if you swapped it all out, you would receive your PV tokens as well. That's possible. Okay, so hopefully this is an outline that makes no sense at all, but okay. So here we've got the pyramid of liquidity, mining and yield farming right here, and then staking. Our staking algorithm is right here. This is our yield farming algorithm is right here, when kind of intertwines with liquid mining, which is right here. And I hope this mess makes perfect sense. If it does, make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Remember to do that. And let's jump into a quick view. I'm going to show you a couple of things, couple of places on which you can do all these wonderful things of staking. So Techopedia has 14 things listed, the best staking platforms with the highest rates 2014. We've got Wall Street Memes, Sonic, XRP, eToro, Binance, Crypto.com, Kraken Pro, Nexo, OKX, Coinbase, Bybit, MyCoin, Cointainer, and Aave. I'm not going to go into the details, but these are apparently the best staking platforms with the highest rates in 2024. The best yield farming platforms are pretty much the same ones: XRP20, eToro, SushiSwap, OKX, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aave, Yearn Finance, Binance, Huobi, and Proper Finance. And then finally, the 11 best crypto yield farming platforms for 2023 are XRP20, eToro, SushiSwap, OKX, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aave, Yarn Finance, Binance Huobi, Cropper Finance. These are exactly the same ones. Excuse me. These are exactly the same platforms as for yield farming, because, like I said, they're very interchangeable. I had a look at Sonic. Sonic looks, their meme coins, interesting. Right now you can buy one Sonic. It's 0.000014 cents, which is the exact same amount, I think. Oh no, sorry, it's the same digital setup as Luna Classic, but obviously Luna Classic is at 6 something and Sonic is 1 something. So if Sonic does go above that number, man, I'd be very upset. People, don't go into Sonic. Get some Luna Classic. And Wall Street memes, also right now, Wall Street memes is at 0.03. But Wall Street memes, you know, it sounds like a fun idea. And these meme coins, if you go on, I think, CoinGecko, it indicates that Wall Street memes are pumping. But in reality, if you go here, look, USD Wall Street meme, for example, low liquidity pool. There's no liquidity. So before you decide to jump into, you know, investing into these pools, make sure to have a look, because Wall Street meme pumped when it came out, and then it dumped. And right now the market is uncertain. Not sure what's going to happen with the market. I had an article that was talking about that. Genesis won the lawsuit against SEC, so the market is green today. However, everything's nice and green today. Bitcoin's above 27,000. However, SEC is now going after Binance, and they've got like 35 points that they're going to address against the Binance in the Binance SEC, Binance versus SEC case. So it's a lot to handle. So things like the meme coins, man, we don't know where they're gonna go. So if you're going to go into staking is the safest one. I would say, you know, go with eToro if you use eToro. I don't particularly use eToro, but eToro has been around for a long time. Binance, Crypto.com, Kraken Pro, I guess, Coinbase, OKX, also Bybit, and Aave, also protocol. I would go with the safer ones. Yield farming is the same idea. Uniswap has been around, but again, make sure you understand the risks involved in using these protocols, because you could lose all your money. That's it for this rather long video. Make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, and of course come back for more. Leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know if this was clear. If it wasn't clear, then please make sure to leave me a comment, and I will try to do my best to explain more. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for all your support. Bye bye.